We need to embrace this isn't your best life yet. That this isn't your best life yet. We have to quit chasing the patterns of this world. Your best life will be in heaven. But right now, we're on mission. We have work to do. We need to stop chasing counterfeit comfort. We need to stop being frauds, especially Christians. Searchlight Church, we say it's okay to not be okay. But as you follow Jesus, you won't stay that way. Let's be honest that we have work to do, that we're not actually living our best life. You've probably experienced this if you ask me, how are you doing? How was your week? I almost always say, living my best life. Am I living my best life? Probably not. I'm sarcastic and I'm deflecting. And so often we do that. And so we pretend that we can live our best life here on earth. But life is often difficult and we don't feel great, and that's okay because, like I said in my life group for 1 Peter, this is not our home. We are passing through. This is not the place we're meant to be comfortable. With apologies to my favorite smiling televangelist, the only way to live your best life now is if you go to hell when you die. This life is not the best it will be. For Christians, right now is the worst it will ever be. And then it gets a lot better. And for non-Christians, people who don't place their hope in Jesus, right now is the best their life will ever be. And then according to Scripture, it gets much, much worse. Listen to what Paul says in Romans 8. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Jump down to verse 22. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to this present time. Not only so, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we await eagerly for our adoption to sonship, the redemption of our bodies. We're living in an expectant time. Erica's about 4.5 months pregnant. We are expecting, we're preparing, right? We're expanding our house. We're working on building a nursery. I have to give up my office. My life is terrible. I hate being uncomfortable. But I'm expecting new birth. I'm expecting new life. I'm expecting something new. Everything is about to change. And that's what this world is doing. God has a best life intended for you, but it's on the other side of new birth. We get glimpses of it here. Here in this place, we see brief glimpses of his glory. We get the joys of community. We get to see his love manifested through his church, and we get to see miraculous signs and wonders that he still does. But we don't get to fully enjoy it just yet. This is not our best life. The world is not as it ought to be. You know this. Martin Luther King Jr. said the world has an eternal oughtness because it's not as it ought to be. We see racism and hatred and violence and slavery and oppression. This is the normal state of a sinful world leading to its logical conclusion, and that's not the way it ought to be. And it won't always be. In other words, the best this life has to offer is still a carrot that cannot deliver. So we need to actually pursue the God of all comfort. I'll leave you with this thought as we close. Trying to fulfill an eternal longing with a temporary comfort will lead to an empty life.